Yo, what's up guys, it's Girb here again. I just wanted to ask, what kind of games would you want me to play while we do story time? I want to do some more like peaceful games, like Fallout, because it is one hell of a beautiful game. I want to share the PC version with you guys. I also really enjoy this game. And I did fix the problem we were having with it, and it's working like it should. It was a fraps problem, but I do hope you guys enjoy the Fallout gameplay. I promised you guys some Pokemon stories in celebration of a late 20th birthday celebration for them. And here are some that I've personally myself have had. So a couple of days ago, literally like 2 days ago, I bought a Gyarados EX tin for like nostalgia purposes, which was pretty dank because that's my favorite Pokemon. Anyway, so I start to open it and I get a pretty dank card off the bat, which was Gyarados, of course. And I start to open some packs. And I pull another freaking Gyarados, dude. Now at this point, I was freaking the fuck out, dude. Okay, so I'm like, how the frick is this gonna get any better? Then open up my next pack, and holy crap, I pulled another freaking Gyarados. But this one was like a Mega Version or like some crap, so I'm like having kind of a nerdgasm at this point, and Jake calls me, he's like, yo, let's do some surf. I cut him off, and I'm like, dude, I'm in way too good of a mood to surf and like be completely crap at it, which I am. I completely suck at surfing, like I am awful at it. And that's it, that's the story. I'm gonna play some Surf with Jay, but I didn't record because I suck at that and I don't want to show you guys me just being completely awful at that game. Okay, for this next story, this is kind of more like a heartwarming story that me and my brother had. We were doing like, we were kind of tight on money and stuff like that at that point. So my mom gave us each like $10, and so we're like, so I was in 6th grade, I think. This is probably like at the start of the year. Anyway, it was in 6th grade. My brother and I put our money together. We had $20 all together. We bought like 5 or 4 Pokemon packs, and I was like, okay, because this new set came out. It was called like Dark Explorers, I think it was, and like the main card to get out of that was, uh, what is it called? Darkrai EX, and like you could get the regular EX version. You could get like the full art version, which is pretty awesome. That's the one that I secretly wanted, but like I was just gonna be fine with whatever I got. Anyway, we were really hoping for that, and like so, yeah. So like in 6th grade, like that's when like Pokemon was like really huge. Like my friend Dave, when I first met him, sorry Dave for using your real name, but you know, uh, like Pokemon was like God's gift to me. Pokemon was just so awesome. Like I usually really have good luck with like Pokemon. That is something that I've really like really just awesome luck with that game. Like whenever I open up booster packs and stuff like that, I completely get like any card that I want. Like if you want me to pull uh an actual like ultra rare card, I probably could. Like I just have like the magic touch when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but like whenever I try to open Yu-Gi-Oh packs, I get like the worst, and I mean the worst cards. Anyway, Pokemon was like God's gift to us. Anyway, we buy the packs, and our mom takes us to Chick-fil-A to eat, which is pretty awesome because like as I was saying, we were pretty tight on money at that point, I think. And so Jonas starts to open his when he went on the way there, and he doesn't really pull anything good. I think he did get like a hollow card, but that was it. And he was really disappointed. I felt so bad because like um because I I was able to buy 3 packs. He was able to buy 2, and I was like, okay, if I pull this Darkrai, I'm gonna give it to him. And like, I just wanted to be that really cool brother towards him, and I wanted him to just like have this experience of like, it's like he can show like, I don't know, because at that point he was like, okay, if I was 10 or so, 10 or 11, he was like 8 or 7, and I wanted him to have that experience, like, you know, it's be good to people because it'll come back for you. And like, so I really wanted to pull this for him so that way he could get it, because I know how much he wanted. Like, this is his favorite Pokemon. This is his favorite Pokemon besides Umbreon and Leafeon, I believe, and Eevee. All those like evolutions or whatever they're called. So it was up to young Gerb, 10-year-old squeaker Gerb, to be clutch for his little brother and get him that dank Darkrai card. Because you know, it's like it's an older brother's job to do that. I felt like I took it personal when like he didn't get it. I was like, come on, like, and I just felt like really bad for him because you know I know he wanted this so bad, and I wanted to get it so bad for him, and I was like, okay, let's do this. So you know, we walk into Chick-fil-A. We go into like little like there's this like little play place inside Chick-fil-A, like kind of like McDonald's, but it's a lot cleaner. It smells nice actually. It doesn't smell like stinky like kid feet or whatever, and you know, that was awesome. And like so we go in there, like it was awesome for like 10-year-olds back then because like it wasn't just gross. Mom went to order food. I would go in there. I'm like, Jonah, I still haven't opened my packs. Do you want to open them with me? He's like, yeah, sure. And so I give him a pack, and like I opened up my other two, and like on the first pack that I open, I get the freaking Darkrai. Oh, excuse me. The Darkrai EX, the full art version in my first pack, and I screamed and I threw it at him and he cut his eye. And I felt really bad after that, and then I got in trouble. Just kidding, that wasn't actually what happened. Okay, so I open up my pack and I pull the freaking Darkrai, and I'm like, holy crap, Jonah. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I pulled the Darkrai. And he's like, oh, and he's like, he kind of gets down because he's like, oh man, like, I'm not gonna say it's like competition, but like, if like let's say he just felt like, oh come on, like why couldn't have I gotten one too? And I was like, because I could just see in his face like he kind of got sad afterwards and mad. I was like, take it, dude. And he's like, what, you really? I'm like, yeah, come on, dude, just take it. I don't need it. It's cool, but I don't need it. And he's like, oh, cool, thanks. Like, don't mention it, dude. You know you're my brother. And so that was that. And young Girb was really, really clutch that day, and that was just awesome. And I made my brother's day. That was just probably one of my favorite experiences. I will always treasure that. Like Pokemon, that like franchise alone has brought so many good things towards like me and like my brother, because that's brought us closer together. We got our first Pokemon game together, which was X and Y. That was the first one we got together actually. And he got X and I got Y, and we played that together. We traded Pokemon. We battled each other. That was so awesome. And it's just something that like if you haven't played Pokemon, you need to play it. Like you will enjoy it. I'm pretty sure all of you have, especially if you're watching my channel, but you guys would just enjoy it. I sincerely cannot recommend it. Anyway, this next story isn't necessarily about Pokemon. It's more of like it's kind of like that same realm of like gaming with like when like little kid stories, so, like little things that you had when you were kids. Like you had Pokemon, you had like Garbage Pail Kids or whatever they're called, I think, and then you also had what are they called? Those like these like things called Go-Go's or some crap like that. Those were awesome too. My brother, he would always have good luck with those. I would always have crap luck, and like I would always want some from him. Anyway, but there were these awesome things called Bakugan. Okay, so like in second grade, these things called Bakugan were huge. I don't know if you know what these are, but they were like these little balls, and like they had magnets on the bottom of them, and you'd put them on there on like a piece of like metal, and they would like come open, like they would like explode into like a little dragon or like a little freaking like bear type thing or something. It was just really awesome. Anyway, so like back in 2008, I was in second grade, and like these things were like the shit, dude. If you had like, what was his name, like a Dragonoid, like Dragonoid 2 or something like that, I think his name was, you would have all the power over the kids, dude. You can make them like sounds really messed up, like, but you can make them do what you want to do for like, and like you could get whatever Bakugan you wanted from them, and like, but I bought one. Like me and my mom, we went to Target, I think, at the time, or Walmart. It was actually probably at Walmart, and we were in Gallup, and I was like, Mom, can we go check out Walmart? There's these things called Bakugan that I want to start to get into. And it's like, yeah, okay, why not? So we go into there, and like, they had so much of them, dude. It was insane, and I actually found a Dragonoid 2. And I was like, holy crap, you have to be joking me. You have to be kidding me. I could not believe, like, I found this, and I was like, I begged my mom to buy it. She was like, yeah, it's fine. And I bought that, and I went back to my school, like, the next day. And so I was playing with it. Like, like, I was just, like, showing it off to kids and stuff like that, and, like, messing around with it at lunch. So that continues for, like, a month, and then there's this guy, okay. This, like, I wouldn't, oh no, I don't want to get there yet. Okay, so I love this thing. Okay, this thing was like it was like my phone. Okay, it was like Susan to me back then. It was like something that I like loved, like something that I treasured. Like that was my kid, dude. Like I sincerely like really liked this thing. This thing was like really important to me back then. And if I do want to eventually buy some of them and just like have them on top of my desk as like a little display type thing. Anyway. So I love this thing. I would never trade it to anybody, dude. I would have never even thought of it, dude. Okay, so I have it for like a month or so, right? So this little kid named, I don't know, let's name him Link, because why not? And he comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, I'll trade sorry, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let me describe this kid for you. Okay, so Link was like this rich, like douchey kind of guy. Like he had highlights in his hair. He was like this just dude, like even the way his parents were and stuff like that, like he had all the Bakugan. He had like Hydronoid, Tigreira. See, this is how much this like franchise, this too, meant a lot to me in my childhood. Like I can still remember all of the names of these dude. Like if you gave me a quiz, like I'd probably ace it. Anyway, he had all those dank Pokemon, dude, that every kid wanted, but he never had the Dragonoid, like version 2 or whatever it was. I know there was like it was like a second evolution or something like that. He was like, if you asked me if like I would trade it, I was like, heck no, dude. This is my thing. Like, no, this is like my one Bakugan that's actually good. So I carry on, and like he keeps asking me like every single day, dude. Like, not even kidding. It's like one day I go into class and like the teacher comes up to me and is like, hey, hey, did you take this young man's toy or something or some shit? And it's like, I was like, what? No. She's like, because he said he lost the red one, and he said that you had it. And I'm like, oh, little fuckface douche. I say, no, this is mine. And she tells me to show her, and I do, because, like, I have nothing to hide, right? And the little freaking asshole Link pops his little rich douchebag head and is like, that's it, that's the one. He took it from me. And I'm like, dude, no, you've been trying to trade it for me, like, the past week. And his friend joined in and is like, yo, that's Link's. I'm like, no, this is mine. So the teacher takes it from me. I'm crying at this point, dude, and I'm just. So I go over to Link and I kick his teeth in. Okay, I just wail on this kid, dude. He has like four broken bones, and I take back my Dragonoid. Just kidding. Oh. um. So, like, I was really sad that entire day. I come back the next day and I bring like my stupid little like my first Dragonoid, and like it was a cool see-through one. I still really liked that one too, and like it just wasn't the same though, because that one had like metal on it. It was just awesome. Like that was my most favorite thing back then. So I come back the next day, and she was just like, "Okay, due to the drama that we've had, if I ever see any of those Bakugan or whatever they're called again, I am taking them." School year goes like some time of school goes by, and like I don't even mess around with them anymore. I just do my work, and I'm just mad and upset. And I think I got into Pokemon too. Actually, I have another Pokemon story. Let's try to finish this one. I have another one. Okay. Anyway, so like school year goes by, Link gets his stuff taken away. Okay, so like I'm like, holy crap, yes, no way. So like he starts crying about it. I'm like laughing my butt off behind in the back of the class, dude. He looks at me, he's all crying. Like the whole class looks at him and he's like, I'm just laughing in the back. Anyway, so yeah, his stuff gets taken, and he says, "I'll give you back in the end of the year." And like I got my stuff taken, my back were gone too. So like we had like the same amount in there, or something like that. And so like end of the school year comes by, and he's like, so like he doesn't show up on the last day of school. Like when to get your stuff back, I'm like, holy crap, dude! I could get back like my Bakugan and some of his in exchange for my crappy ones. So I take my Dragonoid back, of course, and I leave my crappy ones, and I take his like Tigreira and Hydroid and all of that, and I'm like, holy crap, dude! I just like I go and like I leave my crappy ones in the bin, and I just walk off, and yeah, I go home and I never hear about it again. All my Bakugan are actually in the garage. But yeah, Girb was dope, dude. He was crazy. So that was like another one. I actually do have one more Pokemon story. Okay, so let's go to fourth grade, okay? Pokemon cards were really picking up. My brother and I got into them again. This is actually before the time that we got the before Dark Explorers came out. So like this was like original like black and white came out. And it's like these full art cards were just released and stuff like that, like I was saying. And I was like really into them. Like I was trading kids and stuff like that. And there was this one kid. Like he always seemed kind of off to me. And I think he was the one that actually did this. But let me get into it. I was an idiot, dude. I had so many good cards. Like I had this secret rare Pikachu, and that thing was really cool to me too. Like I really enjoyed that card. That card was cool, like a little lightning bolt with like that was like holographic, and that was just awesome. Anyway, so I bring my card to school every day to trade people, and we go to lunch, and I decided to bring them with me, and so this is where like I kind of got out of them because I was just so upset. I was so sad because like all of my good cards were there, dude. I had so many awesome, really, really awesome cards that just meant the world to me, dude. that I just really enjoy. Like, they were like at that time they were probably worth a lot of money, and I wish I still had them. I think there was actually a base set Charizard, not Shadowless, but it was still base set. It was in bad condition too, but that card was really important to me. And I go to the field to play soccer, and I leave my cards by the field, and I forget them there. And that was probably the most traumatizing experience. Sounds really bad, but back when you're a kid, dude, those things mean the world to you. That's like money to you, dude. I, gosh, what I would do for those cards to get them back, dude, because those things were so cool. I miss every single one of those cards. Um, Especially that Pikachu, because that Pikachu meant the world to me. I actually traded it for it that day, and I lost it, and it sucked. But I have learned, and like, I think it was this one kid though that actually took it, because I asked, like, I trusted him too, and I was like, okay, can you help me find my Pokemon, dude? And he's like, yeah, I saw some kid with it. I'm like, really, who? He's like, I don't know, dude. He was just like some shady looking guy. I'm like, okay. It's like, that's kind of like the thing that set me off at first. And he takes me to, like, he says he saw some kid burying it in these wood chips, and I'm like, what the heck? Why wouldn't he just take them? And so we did find one Pokemon card. It was just some crappy common though, and I was really upset and sad, and it was just really awful, dude. It's just crazy. Like, I enjoyed those cards so much, and to have him, like, to lose them like that was just really, like, sad. And I this sucks 'cause I'm leaving it on like kind of a sad note, but yeah, I did lose like all of my collection. And then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh with my friend Chris, and that took off. I still have every single one of my cards. I actually have my deck right here that I actually played with. It was my synchros. Anyway, but yeah, that got me out of Pokemon, and just like I collect them now just to do it. Like, especially if there's a cool product that comes out, like that Gyarados tin. But yeah, that's like all of my experiences, I guess, with that. And I'm sorry to leave it off on such like a crappy note, but I wish I thought of this story sooner. I actually didn't write it down in my script that I usually do. It's just, it's crazy. Also, I am saving up for a Blue Yeti, I think it is called. Jay actually told me about it, and I'm saving up for that after I get my 3DS. But yeah, um, so that way, like, this crappy headset mic can go away, because I know it's not the best, and I apologize. Like, there's no pop filter or anything like that, and I'm sure you guys can hear like that. And it's just great. Now I'm sad. um, but yeah, I do hope you guys like enjoyed this video. I hope that like, but yeah, let me know what kind of games you want me to play actually, and because if you want me to do more CS:GO with Jay, I can do that. If you want me to do more story time, I can do that. I can just ask mom about some stuff too, from like when I was a baby or something. I know that like I have some baby stories when I was first born and stuff. But yeah, uh, this is pretty much going to. I think it's gonna conclude this episode, guys. These were 3 Pokemon stories and 1 Bakugan story, where Girb was just awesome. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope that you enjoy the content I produce, and that you love my videos. Peace out, guys.